Something really important about gratitude, it is not toxic positivity. You are not pretending that things are okay or that whatever it is that you're going through isn't difficult. It works when it's grounded in truth. It can coexist. Gratitude and grief can happen alongside each other. Gratitude and anger, gratitude and frustration. One doesn't cancel out the other. Both things can be true at the same time. That said, if you try to force gratitude or you try to flip a situation too early to see the upside, that can actually increase your emotional suffering because it has the effect of almost minimizing or suppressing the experience that you're having. So it can be a supportive practice, but it works when you bring it alongside whatever you're experiencing. You're not trying to overshadow or in any way manipulate the experience that you are going through. When it's used this way, it can be a really useful nervous system regulation practice. And that is grounded in a number of research studies and observations from neuroscience and psychology. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build theory is one that helps explain this. So, positive emotional states, when they're not forced, can broaden attention and cognitive flexibility, essentially helping to build psychological resource. So it doesn't eliminate the negative emotion. It expands what you are able to perceive and experience alongside a negative emotion. So said more simply, stress narrows perception and gratitude can gently widen it. And that widening is a form of nervous system support. Practicing gratitude in this way means that it's not used to dismiss or avoid grief, anger, disappointment, or any other negative experience. What I've found personally is that it almost gives you a companion to those emotions that helps soften the rough edges of them just a little. That can be a tremendous amount of relief when you're experiencing really raw, really difficult emotions or going through tragedy or really challenging personal circumstance. It can also be really helpful to finding compassion for yourself and for others. So it's very difficult to be grateful about something and not have a corresponding compassion towards the subject. So as an example, if you have had some difficult feedback at work and you're having a really hard time with it, accepting it, or finding the learnings in it, one way that you can choose to reframe it is to think about it from the perspective of the other person, to put yourself in their shoes and say, they took the time and they thought enough of me to give me this feedback. If they really didn't care about me or my growth or my development, whether I agree with what they're saying or not, I can step back and see that if they really weren't vested in me and in my growth, they wouldn't bother giving me the feedback. It would be easier for them not to. And as soon as you look at it in that way, you can have gratitude that you have somebody in your corner that is willing to have a conversation with you that was probably quite difficult for them. And immediately that elicits a compassion towards them that you likely weren't feeling before you were able to make that reframe.